Hi everybody, my name is Donnie Rains. I'm the owner of the Rains Real Estate Team. Just wanted to make a real quick video about a question that people have when they get into the industry, and that's whether they want to be a buyer's agent or a listing agent. And so just wanted to go over a couple of good points on both of those and then give you guys kind of my thoughts on what direction I think you should go once you get into the industry. One thing about being a buyer's agent, also referred to as the selling agent, you're representing the buyer in this situation. Newer agents attach to the process a lot easier than becoming a listing agent. It is a little bit easier of the two to kind of come into the industry and hit the ground running with. So that is kind of attractive for newer agents when they're getting into the industry. You need a good lead source and a good CRM. That's a big thing. Is if you're going to work with buyers, you got to understand how you're going to be generating these buyers and how you're going to be following up with the buyers. So you need a really good CRM in order to be successful at being a buyer's agent. Another thing is you're going to need a really reliable car, because if you're a really good buyer's agent, you're going to be driving a lot. So having a great car with great gas mileage is going to be really, really huge for you. Another thing is you got to be really, really skilled with negotiating multiple offers and contingencies, especially nowadays in this market. This video is being shot in 2020. You're getting, if you have a good listing, especially under about $500,000, $500,000, you're getting anywhere from 10 to 30 offers on a good listing. So as a buyer's agent, you really need to understand the strategies behind getting those multiple offers accepted so that you can really do a great job for your clients. So opportunity to work with more people and be outside. That's a lot different than a listing agent. When you're working with buyers, you tend to be working with a lot of different people at the same time, and you're outside a lot more due to the nature of that, because you're outside showing houses. So it could be a lot more fun for a lot of people. Just because of that. I personally like working with buyers because I like being out in the field. I like meeting people. I like just being out in the world. So the other thing with being a buyer's agent is you got to be available 7 days a week. We work around people's schedule, and that's just our job. So if people work 9 to 5, we're working from 5 to whenever they want to, till we're done showing houses. So not necessarily means you have to work 7 days a week, but you do absolutely need to be available for your clients if we're going to be able to do the best job for them. And especially, like I said, in this market, 10 to 30 offers, the moment that a home hits the market, you need to be willing and able to get your clients out to look at it, because literally you wait half a day or 1 day, you're missing out on opportunities for your clients. So something to keep in mind. But those are kind of the big perks with being a buyer's agent on that side. So a listing agent, exactly what it says. It means you're working with the sellers of a home, listing their home. A few things that people enjoy about that. You have a much more control of your schedule. That's really a big one. If you're not out working with buyers at all hours of the day and the weekend, it really does free up your life a little bit. So a lot of people like to take advantage of that by being a listing agent. Just a little bit more control over that. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to be working evenings or weekends, but definitely you can limit that by quite a bit. Same with being a buyer's agent. You're going to need a really good CRM and a good lead source. With anything, you need to know whether you're going to work with buyers or sellers. You got to know how to bring those clients in, whether that's internet leads, door knocking, open houses. There's a ton of different strategies. Just make sure that you got it dialed in and you have a really good back end system that you could do really good follow up for these leads that you're getting. Another one is you have an opportunity to get more clients with your yard signs. So once that's a really good way to also the other one on here, it's easier to brand your name. So once you're able to put a sign in the ground with your name on it and brokerage and your phone number and all that, now you're the one that's getting all of those phone calls. And there's a lot of people that try to bypass working with a buyer's agent and want to go directly to that listing agent because they have their own reasons why they think that's a better opportunity. But the great thing is that makes it able to get a lot more incoming leads and to get your name out there. The more listings that you have, the more that your name's in the ground. You're just branding yourself everywhere you go. So another benefit of being a listing agent. Again, with like a buyer's agent, you got to have skills with negotiating. There's just no other way around it. You got to be able to understand multiple offers and contingencies and understand how to navigate around that. Just because you got to make sure that you're accepting the best offer for your client. So you just really got to understand, everything involved with that. As far as buyers, right? Because a lot of times you're going to get listings where the buyer, they're going to need to buy another home. And one of the things that you can do is you can actually leverage a buyer's agent to go out and show the homes that you want to, that you don't want to go out and show because you want to just focus on the listing. So you can absolutely leverage that. You would just offer to that buyer's agent a big portion of the commission, obviously for their time, but it's a really great way to do business. So my thoughts. Since I've been in the industry, and there's a lot of teams and a lot of people that preach being one or the other, I personally don't see the difference. A lot of the clients that we end up working with are buyers and sellers at the same time. And so I like to work with, if I'm working with a client on a listing and they got to buy a home, I would rather be involved in that transaction and have control over it because I know I'm going to do a better job than anybody else. So I like to have that control. Plus, it's more opportunity to make more income, which is a big reason why we're doing this. So if you get to work both sides of the transaction on the buy and the sell side, and you get to make quite a bit more money. And really just focus on getting the client. Like that's what this business is all about, is just focusing on getting a client, whether they need to buy or they need to sell. It doesn't matter. That's how we get paid. And our really objective is to help people buy or sell real estate. So my thoughts are just jump into it and do both. And if you find one that you feel like you like a little bit more, then you can start to cater your business towards that. But in my opinion, and the way we teach agents on our team, is you just jump to the fire and do both of them. And in our experience, agents tend to like just having the opportunity to do both. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll have more coming.